What is up, YouTube? Case Most Primary back at you with another video. As you can tell by the title, it is my thoughts on this year's WrestleMania. Boy, this year's WrestleMania was a doozy. And the second WrestleMania in history to go on past midnight. The first of which being last year's WrestleMania, WrestleMania 33. I gotta say, this year's WrestleMania was a thrill ride because I had no idea where some of these matches were gonna go. Some of these moments were really impressive, some of them were kind of disappointing, but I'll go through each match individually. Where do I start? The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Trophy, Memorial Battle Royal. Didn't watch it. I really didn't care who won. I really don't care. I thought that was, like I said in my predictions video, I thought it was going to be a one-off thing. The Cruiserweights, same thing, although I thought that was really cool that one of them came out dressed as Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. And then Naomi beating Bayley for the Women's Battle Royal. That was something. And then we get to the main card. Seth Rollins defeating The Miz and Finn Balor. I really had a hard time calling who was going to win this match. The one thing that disappointed me about this match, though, was that this would have been a perfect opportunity for Finn to unleash the demon again. Because we haven't seen Finn use the demon since SummerSlam. So this would have been a perfect opportunity for him to unleash it again. Why didn't he? Why did they choose to have him unleash the demon is beyond me. But, you know, I'm glad Seth won. He's a Grand Slam. You know. So maybe whenever Dean Ambrose comes back, he can turn heel on Roman and Seth. And he can fight for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back tonight on Raw. We'll see. Charlotte defeating Asuka. Now that was definitely a shocker. I thought that... I think a lot of people can agree with this, but we all thought that Asuka was going to win the title and go to SmackDown. I wasn't shocked by Asuka's loss. I was shocked by the fact that after the match was over, that Charlotte hugged Asuka and didn't turn heel in the process. I thought this was building up for another heel turn for Charlotte. I couldn't believe it. I thought this was going to be another heel turn for Charlotte. And not to mention that entrance that she made. Did anybody else notice something similar? Maybe something resembling Triple H's entrance from WrestleMania 30? Well, it's kind of ironic, because if you remember, Triple H had a very similar entrance at WrestleMania 30. And Charlotte was one of the three girls who was part of Triple H's entrance, so it's kind of ironic she got a similar entrance of her own that copies Triple H's from WrestleMania 4 years prior. So, I'm wondering where Asuka's going to go from here. Is she going to stay on SmackDown? Is she going to come back to Raw? I don't know. Maybe she'll challenge Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship? We shall see. Jinder Mahal defeating Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Rusev. With Aiden English. I haven't recognized him since the Vaudevillains split up. I was really hoping for Randy Orton or Bobby Roode to win this one. I don't know what kind of thing they're doing with Jinder Mahal ever since he came back. I remember back in the day when he was a mid-carder. That's what he should have stayed as. Like, nowhere near championship gold. But I guess they found some sort of potential in him. His championship side plates still aren't for sale in WWE shop, and it's almost been a year later, so that's one thing that he and Sheamus have in common. And Natalya. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a... That was a match I really didn't care that much about. This match really disappointed me. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey defeating Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. This was the golden opportunity for all those Ronda Rousey haters to finally shut up. Because this would have been the moment where Stephanie could have pinned Ronda and fired her on the spot. That's what I was looking forward to. And first of all, Rhonda, will you nickname, but to copy his ring attire as you make your entrance, that is a total dick move. Total dick move. You don't go and disrespect a late great legend by copying their ring attire. You don't do that. Just because you're a fan of him. You don't do that. I'm really hoping that something happens tonight on Raw where they have some sort of technicality so that her victory is overturned. Kind of like what happened to Brock Lesnar in the UFC a few years ago. That's what I'm praying for, because Ronda will not make it anywhere in WWE. She should scamper on back to UFC where she belongs. Or if she wants to be a wrestler, go to Ring of Honor. Go to TNA. But stay out of WWE. You don't belong here. And drop the Rowdy nickname. That belongs to someone else. Harper and Rowan defeating the Usos and the New Day. I didn't watch this match either. And more importantly, why are they calling Luke Harper and Eric Rowan the Bludgeon Brothers? What kind of a nickname is that? I mean, yeah, they're technically not part of the Wyatt family anymore, but you could have come up with a better nickname than the Bludgeon Brothers. At least in my opinion. I was hoping the New Day would lose, and I was really glad that they did, although using the Dragon Daggers call for the sword to summon those pancake things, that was more cringy than them coming out in Dragon Ball attire at WrestleMania 32 out of a giant box of Bootios. Because New Day is just, they're cringe. I'm surprised they've lasted this long. I'm just waiting for the day that either Kofi Kingston or Big E turn heel on them and New Day disbands. Because I'm getting sick of them. Undertaker defeating John Cena. I did not see that coming. I mean, I thought this was going to be all bark and no bite for Cena. Like, I thought that skit with Elias, I thought that was going to be his WrestleMania match. I thought maybe even Kane would show up and tell him that the dead man's done. Or maybe, I don't know. I just didn't think the dead man would show up after what happened last year. I'd like to say I witnessed it in person, but I lied. Shortly after I arrived at WrestleMania, I had to leave because of a family emergency, so I didn't get to witness Undertaker's supposed last match in person. I lied. But I can't believe that Taker came back. And I was glad to see him slaughter John Cena. Nothing made me happier than seeing him hit him with a tombstone piledriver and lay him to rest. That pleased me. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon defeating Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Finally, Shane McMahon wins a match for once. Seriously, ever since he came back 2 years ago, he's lost every single match he's been in. Finally, he won one. But of course, I think everyone was more excited about Daniel Bryan coming back, myself included. It would have been cool if he had actually worn his ring attire from WrestleMania 30 again, instead of coming up with new ones. But, oh well. We thought Daniel was down for the count, like, right before the match even started. But that was actually a pretty good match. The only thing that kind of disappointed me was Shane's baseball jersey that he wore. I was kind of hoping it would be blue, like his one from Survivor Series. That was a really cool jersey. I was really hoping he'd wear something like that again. Because I kind of like those jerseys. Oh well. Nia Jax defeating Alexa Bliss. That was another upset. I thought that Alexa Bliss was going to retain. I mean, if Nia Jax is going to win a title, it probably won't be until SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or maybe they'll have a Raw Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and she would have gotten the briefcase and cashed it in. I didn't think she'd win tonight. You know, Alexa Bliss is not the bully here. Nia Jax is the bully. You know, that is when my tongue stops working. I don't need to say any more better than that. Nia Jax is the one who's the bully. Because she's constantly beating everyone. Alexa Bliss is a little girl who just happens to have a championship and treats like a princess. So if anything, Nia Jax is the bully. Not Alexa. Styles beating Nakamura. Now, that match was a nail-biter. I had no idea how this match was going to end. I mean, I'm kind of thinking since Nakamura lost, maybe he'll debut on Raw tonight. I don't know. Maybe? I have no clue. But, yeah. Can't believe Nakamura lost. I mean, I was upset when he lost against Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam. And I thought this was his chance to finally win it. And maybe send AJ Styles to Raw. That was kind of the rumor that was teased for a while, but guess what everyone interpreted from this is that Nakamura's turned heel in the process because of the low blow he did to AJ Styles. So maybe they'll have a rematch at Backlash. I don't know. So I really don't know what their plan is, but either way, Styles retained. He's now 2 for 3 at WrestleMania. Braun Strowman and Nicholas defeating Cesaro and Sheamus. I was really curious about who Braun Strowman's tag team partner was going to be. I was thinking it could have been Mark Henry, could have been Big Show, could have been Kane. I had no clue who was going to be his tag team partner. And apparently they decided, hey, let's have one of the referee's sons be his tag team partner. The better thing they could have done, other than having Mark Henry, Big Show, or Kane, was have someone from NXT in the stands, and Braun Strowman picks him out. So I have no idea what they're going to do with this Nicholas kid. Like, when Braun Strowman comes out tonight, is he going to be carrying both tag team titles on his shoulders? What's their plan here? I have no clue. But clearly Braun wants a bit more competition or else. Because now he's got the gold, he wants to get more gold. And finally, this one was definitely a shocker. Brock defeating Roman Reigns. Oh my gosh. I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought for sure that Roman was going to spear Brock, pin him, and be new Universal Champion. And tonight, on Raw, when Roman comes out, we'd all be chanting, "Fuck you, Roman," again, not giving him a single chance to speak. We should do that again tonight. Like, we should all just, when Roman comes out, when this music hits, and when he gets in the ring, we all just shouldn't give him a moment to speak. Just keep chanting, "Fuck you, Roman," until he finally walks back to the locker room. The thing that's got me confused with this match outcome, I mean, I'm glad Brock won, but technically, what I've heard is that his contract expired last night. So, how is he going to lose the Universal Championship? Are they going to have him lose it at SummerSlam? Are they going to have him lose it at Backlash? I don't know what their plan is for Brock. Because, like I said, they didn't really say anything about him renewing his WWE contract after WrestleMania last night. But that was a hard-fought match. I knew shit hit the fan when Brock took off his gloves and he busted Roman Reigns' skull open. He was bleeding all over the place. That's when I knew shit got real. But, yeah, that's what I thought of this year's WrestleMania. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it probably maybe a 6. Or maybe 7. I'll go with 7. I mean, it had its good moments, but it wasn't really nothing to write home about. Here's to hoping WrestleMania 35 in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area will be better. I mean, back outdoors again. So, maybe a chance for another John Cena versus The Rock matchup. You know, maybe bringing back the Statue of Liberty and the Brooklyn Bridge set. I thought that was the best WrestleMania set ever. We shall see. Guess that's about it. Later, guys. I am out of here.